Good morning, dear student. I hope you all are safe and sound at your home with your family and eagerly waiting to reopen the school and meet with your friends. Today I have brought a new lesson for you. This is the third chapter of your first flight book, Two Stories About Flying, and the second part of the same chapter, that is the black aeroplane. So today we are going to listen the story of the black aeroplane. Let us see the lesson Black Aeroplane. It is written by the Frederick Forsyth, reflects on how one's judgment gets distorted due to fantasizing and how it creates problems. In this chapter, the narrator is a pilot who is so eager to meet his family and have a good breakfast with them. But he takes the wrong decision of facing the storms instead of doing the right thing. Miraculously, he somehow manages to escape with the help of mysterious aeroplane. So what was that aeroplane? What was the mystery about it? Let's listen. It was night time when the sky was clear and the stars could be seen twinkling. The pilot felt peace in being above a country that had fallen asleep while he was flying over France to England. It was 1:30 in the morning, and he was fantasizing about holidays with his family. When the aeroplane was in France, the pilot thought of informing the Paris control. The Paris control is a control room made for the pilot for their planes to give some direction and the other help. At that time, the lights from the Paris city was blaring at him. He informed the control agency, to which they replied with further instructions on directions. The control room at Paris instructed him to turn 12 degrees towards the west. After receiving the instruction, the pilot geared up and followed them while putting the last fuel tank into operation. That means he was in his last fuel tank. All this time he was dreaming about his time spent with family, and then he started thinking about having a satisfactory breakfast at the destination point. He was calm as everything was going as planned. Now, the plane had crossed Paris when he started seeing clouds in the sky. The presence of clouds made it unsafe to travel by air because there were chances of storm. They were so huge and dark that the pilot compared them with black mountains. The black clouds they are looking like black mountains. He knew he couldn't pass them, as it was impossible to go above them or escape them with the amount of fuels that was left in the last tank. And it is not seen by him. The cloud was as dark as that it is very difficult to see through it. The right decision would have been to fly back to Paris safely, but the pilot's decision making was clouded by his wish to meet his family. So he desperately wanted to be with his family and have that English breakfast. So he had been dreaming of all day that he took the risk of not going back. Thus, he headed the plan right into the storm. It was so dark because of the storm that nothing was visible outside the plane. He started losing control slowly. The compass and the other instrument had also stopped working because of the bad weather. He became helpless now. He tried calling to the control room Paris control agency, who had helped him earlier but couldn't connect because of the bad weather, and the instruments were also not working. In the midst of nowhere, when everything failed, he saw a ray of hope when he saw another aeroplane. He felt relieved when he saw another pilot's face and willingness to help him escape from the storm. He thought to himself that the other pilot is very kind, as he knew that they were lost and was trying to help him. The other pilot took his plane head of the lost aeroplane to make it easier for them to follow, while the author followed him like an obedient child. He was also panicking because there was very less amount of fuel left. It was only then that he started coming out of the storm and could see the runway to land his plane safely. When he returned to thank the other pilot, he realized that the plane that helped him had disappeared as soon as he came out of the storm. The author did not know where he had landed, but was not afraid of leaving his plane. So he headed straight into the control room to ask about the other black aeroplane and the pilot. To his utmost surprise, the lady who was sitting in the control room informed him that there was no other plane in the sky except his because of the bad weather. He is left astonished with a lot of questions which is unanswered in his mind. So he was thinking, was it the ghost or was it the illusion of him who really helped him? So what was it? What he get from it? The anonymous pilot who guided him, who made him safe and safely landing, was nothing. Nobody was there. It was only his illusion maybe. So dear student, would you like this story? I hope you all are understood very well and you're liking the story. So be happy, stay safe and goodbye.